I want to introduce you guys to a few veterans who have kindly given their time to join us today. Anabel Allen, the captain for the U.S. Air Force Reserves, Jeff Mahoney, who served in the Navy for, I believe, 6 years, and Carlis Miller, who served in the Marines, 4 years active and 2 years reserve. So welcome to the three of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming by. And we want to talk a little bit about the Lone Star Veterans Association, because I think what you've all touched on is very important, that you probably have people thank you for your service quite a bit. But oftentimes, do you feel like maybe there are not enough resources or recognition, not just for veterans, but also for their families?
Yes, thank you very much for the invitation and for allowing us to be here. Yes, the needs are many. We have a lot of people that, that are still serving, people that have served, and we still have those military members that are serving currently. So you're talking about a large group of people needing, those resources. So we appreciate it. I think we all appreciate the fact that people take the time to thank, all the veterans for the service. But definitely, I think it's not very well known what the needs of those veterans are.
Right.
People tend to focus on, the ones that are that come up most frequently. But there are so many things that we could do for our veterans.
And Anabel, we've been showing some photos.
Yes.
Now, you started as an aviation mechanic with the Navy, and now
Correct.
You're a captain, 16 years
Correct.
of service.
Yes.
That is so inspiring. That really is inspiring. And your husband is also in the Navy?
He retired 23 years from the Navy. Yes.
Okay, service family.
Yes.
And Jeff, I want to move over to you. So you served in the Navy for 6 years.
Correct.
And currently you're the energy program leader for Lone Star Veterans Association.
Correct.
So describe to me your position, what that means.
So what we try doing, like Anabel said, is we're kind of focused on veterans in the energy industry. And our primary goal is to help further their careers, either by getting them jump-started in the energy industry, so we connect them at monthly networking events with people that may be hiring at various energy companies, or just reestablishing lost connections or getting more familiar with the energy industry as a whole. So we tend to do a number of different programs. We do monthly networking events. We have speakers that come in and talk about different things that are going on in the industry, trends, things where veterans should be focusing, spending their time.
I think it's so cool that you're doing this, because you probably hear this a lot, but don't a lot of veterans sort of have trouble transitioning their skills from while they were serving, transitioning back into civilian life? That's sort of like a critical link that seems to have been missed in some cases.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that I struggled with when I came out of the Navy is, how do I translate this to something that a normal person would understand? And maybe I was fortunate because my background in the military, it translated very well to my first job out of the military, but others aren't as fortunate, and so that's where I think LSVA really helps bridge the gap, is by helping instill those values and how to communicate with civilians and how to, format your resume and talk about the things that you did to where it relates to where they're trying to go.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. Carlis, you served during the Cold War and the first Gulf War?
Yes, sir.
Wait, are you old enough to have served during the Cold War?
It was when Reagan was in, yes, sir.
Wow.
89 to 93.
My goodness.
Toward the
Okay.
end of it.
And 4 years active from 89 to 93, and then 2 years of reserves in 99.
Yes, sir.
Look at these photos. When you guys look back at these old photos of your time in the service, it must make you feel so proud, Carl.
And it sure does. And I'm a cancer survivor, and to be able to, through the LSVA, to be able to help other veterans come out from the depression, or just to get the families together as a veteran family, get in with the Houston community, it just feels so good for us at all.
And I understand you're also a throat cancer survivor.
Yes, sir, I am. Yes, sir.
That is incredible. So tell me a little bit about your involvement with Lone Star.
Well, we're all involved. We try to get the veterans from transition from active and inactive duty. Well, we try to instill a family within each other, bring other veterans in, help each other out, and as we got your back, we're not going to leave anybody behind. We either through jobs, through socials, through community service, we want to get everybody together as much as we can with different resources.
Seeing these photos, by the way, of you guys out in the community, I got the chills actually, because it's, again, we touched on this. It's not just about your service. It's your families make such a huge sacrifice. And I think the fact that you guys are also reaching out to families, improving their lives, connecting veterans to other veterans, it's really great what you're doing.
Yep.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Carlis, Jeff, Anabel, thank you so much for your service as well. And Yuval Michler, thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
And thank you for providing an opportunity for these lovely veterans to come in and tell us a little bit about their story.
I think that these three folks next to me are the best that this country has to offer. I really do.
That's well put.
You know?
Well, and you're pretty good yourself, Yuval. Thank you for closing your doors on Memorial Day.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you for that. Let's all remember what this holiday is all about, folks. If you would like to learn more about Lone Star Veterans, you can visit their website, lonestarveterans.org. We'll be right back.